Teacher Janelle, and it's reading time. Yes, it is reading time. In this video, I'm going to read you a retelling of Cinderella. Yes, the fairy tale we all fell in love with because of its glamour and magic and because of its happy ending. But this version by Anne Sexton, this one is going to provoke deeper thoughts to ponder on. So it seems to trigger some sort of issues about gender, about how women should be treated. Before we proceed to the reading of it, I would like to challenge you to take on these words. Take note of these words. Perhaps you could take out your pencil or your pen and paper, take down these words, and find out if you could actually just fill out the matrix to know how far you've gone in your vocabulary. So whether or not you have encountered these words or not, or you have. So that's a challenge I give you. So I bet we are ready to proceed to the reading. Cinderella by Anne Sexton. You always read about it. The plumber with the 12 children who wins the Irish sweepstakes. From toilets to riches, that story. Or the nursemaid, some luscious sweet from Denmark who captures the oldest son's heart from diapers to Dior, that story. Or a milkman who serves the wealthy eggs, cream, butter, yogurt, milk. The white truck like an ambulance who goes into real estate and makes a pile. From homogenized to martinis at lunch, or the chairwoman who is on the bus when it cracks up and collects enough from the insurance, from mops to banquet teller, that story. Once the wife of a rich man was on her deathbed, and she said to her daughter Cinderella, "Be devout, be good, then I will smile down from the heaven in the seam of a cloud." The man took another wife who had 2 daughters, pretty enough but with hearts like blackjacks. Cinderella was their maid. She slept on the sooty hearth each night and walked around looking like all Jolson. Her father brought presents home from town, jewels and gowns for the other women, but a twig of a tree for Cinderella. She planted a twig in her mother's grave, and it grew to a tree where a white dove sat. Whenever she wished for anything, the dove would drop it like an egg upon the ground. The bird is important, my dears, so heed him. Next came the ball, as you all know. It was a marriage market. The prince was looking for a wife. All but Cinderella were preparing and guzzing up for the event. Cinderella begged to go too. Her stepmother threw a dish of lentils into the cinders and said, "Pick them up in an hour and you shall go." The white dove brought all his friends. All the warm wings of the fatherland came and picked up the lentils in a jiffy. "No, Cinderella," said his stepmother, "you have no clothes and cannot dance." That's the way with stepmothers. Cinderella went to the tree at the grave and cried forth like a gospel singer. "Mama, Mama, my turtle dove, send me to the prince's ball." The bird dropped down a golden dress and delicate little slippers. Rather a large package for a simple bird. So she went. Which is no surprise. Her stepmother and sisters didn't recognize her without her cinder face, and the prince took her hand on the spot and danced with no other the whole day. As nightfall came, she thought she'd better get home. The prince walked her home and she disappeared into the pigeon house, and although the prince took an axe and broke it open, she was gone, back to her cinders. These events repeated themselves for 3 days. However, on the 3rd day, the prince covered the palace steps with cobbler's wax, and Cinderella's gold shoe stuck upon it. Now he would find whom the shoe fit, and find the strange dancing girl for keeps. He went to their house, and the 2 sisters were delighted because they had lovely feet. The eldest went into a room to try the slipper on, but her big toe got in the way, so she simply sliced it off and put on the slipper. The prince rode away with her until the white dove told him to look at the blood pouring forth. That is the way with amputations. They just don't heal up like a wish. The other sister cut off her heel, but the blood told us blood will. The prince was getting tired. He began to feel like a shoe salesman. But he gave it one last try. This time, Cinderella fit into the shoe, like a love letter into its envelope. At the wedding ceremony, the two sisters came to curry favor, and the white dove pecked their eyes out. Two hollow spots were left like soup spoons. Cinderella and the prince lived, they say, happily ever after, like two dolls in a museum case, never bothered by diapers or dust, never arguing over the timing of an egg, never telling the same story twice, never getting a middle-aged spread. Their darling smiles pasted on for eternity. Regular Bubsy twins. That story. I would love to see you in my next videos. So for now, it's ta-ta! Bye-bye!